mussels alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh, cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh.
You make me miss it. Come on, try it, Susie. Here you are. Harder. Higher this time, higher. That's no good, silly. Watch me. Now it's done. It's your fault for not catching it. Go and get it. I can't go down there. Why not? The place belongs to your papa, doesn't it? Yes, but you know I'm not allowed down there. You can do anything you like on your birthday. You're afraid. I'm not. Yes, you are. I am not. Well, anyway, you're afraid to look inside. You're a cowardly, cowardly custard. All right.
What's here? Hello, Ducky. What do you want?
Nothing, thank you.
Then take it, not it. Shut up. Come in, dearie, and have a sweetie.
Oh, thank you. It's my birthday today.
Is it? You better have two.
Oh, thank you. I'll keep one for Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
She's my friend. She's very pretty. Fanny's gone down there and she hasn't come back. Papa is giving me a hoop. It's supposed to be a surprise, but I couldn't help peeping into the cupboard, and there it was.
Miss Fanny! What you doing? You know you're not allowed down here. Upstairs if you're gone.
Go on, Ducky. Do as you're told.
Go on.
You tell her Ma to look after her better. She's too nice to go poking her nose into places like this.
Go on, up them stairs.
What, there, Ghost? No, silly. Only an old woman scrubbing the floor and two ladies with dressing gowns on. Actresses? How do you know? They told me. Look, the fair lady gave me these.
Who gave you them there goodies?
The pretty lady down there.
Don't you dare to eat them.
Why not, Chance?
Maybe poison.
Oh.
Now, if I dies a violent death, it's poison. If I don't, it ain't. It ain't. Buy yourself some more.
Oh, thank you, Chance.
Now, up with you to your ma, go on. And don't let me catch you down there again.
Isn't it wonderful? 9 candles. I shall have 10 on mine. You can't. You'll only be 9. It's not fair you're always being older than me. Anyway, my cake will be bigger.
You'll get on in life, Lucy.
Papa!
And how is the birthday girl,
Hello, Mr. Hopwood.
Hello, Lucy.
How do you like my new sash?
Oh, very nice. Can't stop long, I'm afraid. We're very busy.
The kettle's just boiling. Sit down, all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for the pot. A gentleman to see you, ma'am. Mr. Seymour. Where have you put him, Mary? In the morning, ma'am. I'm sorry, Lucy. You'll have to wait a little longer for your tea. Fanny, you come with me.
Why?
Go with your mother, Fanny.
Come along, dear.
Who is Mr. Seymour? How's business, Mr. Hopwood?
Not so bad, Lucy, not so bad.
What's that place you got called the Shades?
Eh?
The Shades.
I took you at your word, you see. So this is Fanny. She does you credit, ma'am.
Thank you. Fanny?
I don't suppose you remember me.
No, sir.
Mr. Seymour's been in foreign parts.
With black people, sir.
Well, no, not exactly. How do you like your school, my dear?
Well,
I think she likes her lessons, don't you, dear?
I don't like arithmetic.
Ooh, neither did I.
Come and see my birthday cake.
Thank you for your invitation, but I'm afraid I can't.
Won't you stay and have tea with us?
Much as I'd like to, I have a meeting with my chief.
They say you'll be Prime Minister one of these days.
You mustn't believe all you read in the newspapers.
I hoped it was true. It'll make it all seem more worthwhile.
I brought you a birthday present. May I give it up?
Of course. Aren't you going to say thank you?
Oh, thank you.
When you're older, wear it sometimes and think of the giver.
Yes.
Well, goodbye, Mrs. Hopwood. Remember me to your husband, won't you? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, and when I drive in Hyde Park, all the common people will get up on their seats and watch me. Papa, look what the gentleman gave me.
Oh, very pretty.
Lucy, look, isn't it wonderful? Quite nice. When I'm a famous actress, I shall have lots and lots of jewelry. Much better than that. I don't want anything better.
Now for tea.
Oh, look. Don't the candles look lovely? Yes. I bet you can't blow all those
Lucy
candles
tells
out
me
of
Fanny's been
I bet
straying
you
into the shades
can't. I
after
bet
the
you
ball.
can't. I can.
She's growing up.
Can't. I can. You can't.
Got to send her away to
I
school.
can. You can't.
I suppose so.
Come on then, Fanny. All out at one blow.
1, 2, 3, blow.
Pretty?
You've done it beautifully, Lucy. We must hurry.
She oughtn't to be long now.
Chunks?
Just one lamp for luck. To give Miss Fanny a warm welcome on her return after all these years. That'll be her.
Must be. Is it?
Yes, it's her.
It is. Come on, Chunks.
How much?
Half a crown and threepence to the basket, lady.
It's 3 shillings. And keep the change.
Thank you, missy. I'll give you a hand for that. Are you just home for the holidays?
Home for good. Left school today.
Is that so? Just beginning life, as you might say.
Yes. Isn't it wonderful?
Fanny.
Lucy! How you've grown! And Chunks, you hadn't changed at all.
A little bit older, miss. I can tell you, Pa.
Mama! Let me look at you. How pale you are. It's a good thing I have come home to look after you.
We've got a lovely supper waiting for you. Oh, happy birthday.
Dear me, with all the excitement, I forgot. Many happy returns of the day, darling. Thank you, Mama. Come on.
Sir John's compliments, sir. Will you take a glass of sherry with him? Delighted. Sir John?
Hopwood.
Yes.
Miss Fanny's arrived, sir.
Good. I'll come straight up.
Right.
Ah, Hopwood. I want to take a friend down to the Shades.
Is he safe, my lord?
As a church.
I'll take it on. My odd word.
Thank you.
honored to have you with us.
And won't you join us?
I regret, sir. I have to attend family celebration tonight. My daughter's come home from school.
Daughter, eh? I didn't know you had one.
I wager Hopwood doesn't put his precious daughter in the business.
Oh, not your daughter, eh?
17, 18, 19 candles. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm only 18, and I'm going to stay 18 for years and years and years.
Oh, Papa.
Sorry, my dear. I was kept downstairs. Very pretty.
It's my first really grown-up gown. And my hair's up, too, look.
My hair's been up for years.
Very nice. And how does it feel to be let loose from Miss Kennedy's seminary?
Wonderful. It's lovely to be home. I never want to leave it again. Happy birthday, my darling.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Fanny.
birthday.
Fanny?
Many of them, I says.
Thank you, Chunks.
I'll get back to the warrior.
Thank you, Chunks. My love.
What are you going to do now you're home?
Haven't really thought yet. I'm not good at anything, really only sewing. Are you still going on the stage?
Oh, yes. Papa's tried to stop me, of course, but I talked him round. I always can, you know.
I quite agree with your father. It's not nice for a young lady to parade herself before a gaping audience.
Oh, he squeezed me in the hansom cab as we trotted round the pub. Oh, that naughty man from Delhi, by his manner we could tell he was out for a real good laugh, tra-la-la. And he kissed me in the Argyle rooms in a corner in the dark. He was quite the wicked pasha. Oh, my goodness, what a masher. And out for a real good laugh, tra-la-la. And out for a real good laugh.
And please kindly keep your voice down when you're doing your performance, young lady. I would not stand if I had that
Now you met me. Oh, he takes.
Thanks, Mr. Hopwood, James.
Get out of my way.
Sorry, my lord. Mr. Hopwood's orders, my lord.
Are you going to get out of my way or aren't you?
Sorry, my lord. Here, stop that. You're breaking my arm. Oh!
And I had to keep on telling him to leave go of my hand. Oh, that dandy lad from Delhi, by his manner we could tell he was out for a real good laugh, tra-la-la. Was out for a real good laugh.
Fetch it up.
I tried to stop him, sir. Ah, the great man himself. What are Mr. Hopwood's orders?
I must ask you to leave, my lord.
Not until I'm ready.
And you.
Well, that's that.
Not if I know Manderstoke it isn't.
Call the cab for his lordship, Chunks.
Don't imagine I shall forget this, Hopwood.
Quite myself, my lord. Since you claim to be a gentleman, you will no doubt settle his doctor's bill. And for the future, kindly remember I do not allow my premises to be used by drunken bullies.
Come on, Bill. Here's a fight. Come on.
Yeah, some tops, too.
That's right, Governor. Bash you one.
Father, I saw it. He knew the cab was there.
That will do. We've already heard evidence on that point.
You asked the court to believe that you knew nothing about what went on in the downstairs part of your father's business.
You've known it too appropriately as the shades.
Yes, I've told you. I'd only just returned from boarding school that day.
What about the holidays? Surely a young woman of your age must have noticed something.
I didn't go home for the holidays. My mamma always took me to the country or the sea.
That will do.
Yes, but
That will do. You've heard the evidence about this distressing affair, and it is to be deplored that a gentleman of Lord Manderstoke's position has been involved in these unhappy proceedings. And I hope that the gentleman of the press will see to it that his name is not mentioned in connection with the case.
The evidence clearly shows that William Hopwood was the proprietor of what I can only describe as a place of dubious reputation.
And though it is beyond my province, I suggest that it would not be inappropriate if the police took steps to close the premises.
Woe unto him who looketh upon the wine when it is red, for he shall be in danger of hell's fire. Accursed be the publicans and the sinners, for it shall be said unto them, Go ye into the fires everlasting, where there shall be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth.
won't they ever let us alone? We must get away from here, somewhere where nobody knows. That's what I want to talk to you about. You must get away. I shan't be coming with you. Why? Mama, no.
My darling, let me go on. I've arranged somewhere for you to stay for a little while, until people forget. In the future, you must take the name of Hooper, my maiden name. Go to 117 Belgrave Square and ask for Mrs. Heaviside. She'll take care of you.
I want to take care of you. You must get well. We'll go away somewhere together.
My darling, don't cry. Don't make it harder for me. Be a good girl. Take care of yourself. Don't make the mistake that I feel so tired. I think I might sleep a little while.
Mama.
Cheer up, Miss Fanny.
Yes, Thanks.
I suppose you don't know nothing about this place your mother sent you to?
No.
Expect it's all right, really?
Expect so.
Well?
Can I see Mrs. Heaviside, please?
Servants' entrance, if you please.
That'll do, George. I think I know what this is about. I'm Mrs. Heaviside.
Oh, I'm Fanny Hooper. My mamma told me.
Yes, I know. Come you in. And you too, my good man.
Well, how much iron is it?
As near heaven as you'll ever get, I've no doubt. In you go. This is your room.
Turn off weight.
Get along with you, a great creature like you. Take your things off, say your goodbyes, then come down to my room and I'll give you some tea.
Yes, Mom. Which is your room, Mom, please?
You've got a tongue in your head, haven't you? See you go out by the servants' entrance, my man.
Old faggot. If it wasn't what your mother said before she was took, I wouldn't let you stay. Oh, Miss Fanny, I've written you down my new address.
Joe Box, Jolly Bargee, River Row, isn't it? Joe Box. Lovely name, is it really yours?
Chunks to you, miss, as always.
What's the Jolly Bargee?
Oh, it's just a pub. I bought out my savings. Nothing swanky, nothing like that. It's just cosy like, you know. What I want to tell you, miss, is...
Yes, Chunks.
Well, if you're ever in a pickle, and they're not kind to your ear, you come along with the Jolly Bargee to me, you see?
Thank you, Chunks.
That's all right. Well, I'll be off now, dearie. Mind what I say. Ever in trouble, you come to me. Oh, Chunks. See? Keep smiling.
Mrs. Heavyside's room, if you please. Oh, I beg your pardon. I was told that this was Mrs. Heavyside's room.
Come in, Fanny. Don't you remember me?
No, sir. Oh, yes, I do. You're the gentleman who gave me this.
You've got a good memory. I doubt if I'd have recognized you so quickly.
Mr. Seymour. What are you doing here?
I live here.
Oh.
Now, sit down, my dear. I want to talk to you. Fanny, I don't know how to begin to tell you this. I promised your mother. William Hopwood was not your father.
What do you say? Of course he was my father.
No, dear. Now, please listen to what I have to say. It was all so long ago. So much has happened since. Mary, your mother, and I fell in love. I think we believed that we discovered love. We were determined to marry. Her father was a farmer on my father's estate. There would be opposition, I knew, but it could be overcome. My father was very clever about it, very reasonable. All he asked was that I should go away for a year, and then if I still felt the same, he would give his consent. He pulled strings and had me transferred abroad. Your mother and I had just 1 week together before I went. Remember, my dear, how young we were, how very, very much in love. When I came back, she was married. You were a few months old. My father had paid William Hopwood well to give you, as they put it, a name.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for both of you.
Thank you, my dear.
You are married now, aren't you?
Yes, many years after. A wife my family approved of. She's away just now. That's why I'm able to have you here until we find a suitable home for you. I want you to rest and be quiet for a while. Forget what you've been through.
Here we are, my dears. A nice cup of tea.
It's all right, I've told her. Nanny knows our story. In fact, it was her idea that you came here.
We thought you'd better be my niece from the country.
I don't want to be dependent on anybody. I can earn my own living. I can sew.
And a very good idea, too. We're short of a girl in the sewing room. You'll earn your keep, never fear. There, now, if I haven't forgotten the sugar. Run down to the larder and fetch it, dear, will you? Down the stairs on the right and then left.
Yes, Mrs. Henry.
That's the girl. And then come back and enjoy your tea. Tier's not far off. But she's the right stuff, Mr. Clive. She'll do.
There they are. Fine sewing. Some people have got all the luck.
Indeed, to goodness, yes. Tell me, Kathleen, what do you do when a strange man makes sheep's eyes at you?
Oh, I just tosses me head at him nonchalant.
But what if he speaks to you?
Sure, I'd give him a clout.
Oh. Which would you rather have, a beard or a moustache?
Neither. I like them clean.
Oh, damn it. Whatever do you want now? Oh, to goodness, you don't say. It's Mr. Seymour returned home unexpected. Herself begone. And her bed not made. Oh, what are we to do, whatever?
Oh, what a day. Changing her mind all of a sudden, spending the night in London, packing all morning, travelling all afternoon. Mon Dieu, comme je suis fatiguée. Fair worn out, Who are you?
I'm helping with the fine sewing. She's Mistress Heavyside's niece.
Not bad.
Go and get a tray for Madame.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Carver. I'm much too busy.
Mon Dieu. Come on.
Who's that? Miss Carver, Mr. Seymour's personal maid. I've got it, Kathleen.
No, it is there. Carver? Carver, where on earth are you? Carver! Hello? And who may you be?
Only Hooper, Mom.
Only Hooper. Just like that? What do you do?
Sewing mostly.
Who engaged you?
Mrs. Heaviside.
Well, I'm Mrs. Seymour. Only Hooper. Come and help me out of these things. I like the look of you.
But, Mom, I
I'll tell you what to do. Come on this way. Oh, that's lovely. First the pins.
Yes, madam.
Tell me about yourself. Oh, you've got the most attractive eyes. I believe you're blushing. You mustn't mind what I say, only Hooper. Nobody ever minds what I say. How old are you?
19, Mom.
Come, brush my hair. I wish I was 19. No, I don't. I'd hate to be 19. Have you a lover?
No, Mom.
You soon will have with those eyes, I can tell you. Give me the nail buffer. Thank you. Hello. What are you doing home so early?
We didn't expect you back so soon, my dear.
Don't worry, I'm not staying. I'm off at the Hill Mortons tomorrow. I only rushed in for some clothes and some money. 100 to do. By the way, this is only Hooper. I found her in the sewing room. I'm thinking of kidnapping her to help Carver keep me in order. Fancy that old dragon, Mrs. Heaviside, finding someone so attractive. Now, don't forget the money. Run away now. You know I don't like an audience when I dress.
Shall we see you at dinner?
Possibly. Go on brushing my hair, Hooper. Watch Carver sulk when she sees you. Anything wrong, Carver?
No, madame. Nothing at all.
I really think I will have to speak to Mrs. Heaviside about you. Only to annoy Carver.
Stuff and nonsense. Madam will be gone tomorrow. One night under the same roof won't kill either of them.
I suppose not. I wish...
What now? Out with it.
They say blood is thicker than water.
No, Mr. Clive. Don't you start getting fond of her.
If I only had other children.
So you should have. I've no patience with you, letting that butterfly wife of yours have it all her own way.
If anyone else spoke to me as you do, Nanny...
I'd give 'em up, Bull.
I know what I am going to do. Take her to Wharton. Give her a real holiday before she begins her new life.
Is that wise, Mr. Clive?
She's my daughter. For a few weeks, she shall live as my daughter. I haven't had a holiday myself for years. Don't spoil it, Nanny. There, you see. Mate.
Oh, am I better stupid?
Oh, chess is an old man's pastime. You've done quite well for a beginner.
What's more port?
You know, since I brought you here, you've given me more happiness than I thought I should ever enjoy again.
I've loved every moment of it.
And when you came to Belgrave Square, I thought of you as, well, someone to whom I owed a responsibility. But now I've got to know you better. You've become a person in your own right. I'd like the whole world to know that you're my daughter.
Oh, no. That'd only make you unhappy. And you've been so good to me.
Good. Well, the only thing I can think of is to find you a husband really worthy of you.
I don't want a husband. At least, not unless I could...
Unless what?
Unless I could tell him the truth.
The truth?
About us.
Oh, you nasty little brute. Go away.
Tommy? Tommy? Ah, Tommy, come on.
Is she your dog?
He is?
Then you should make him behave better. Look what he's done.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea. Oh, I say, not a very good swan, is it?
It's a beautiful swan.
Look at its neck.
Well, what's the matter with his neck?
You must admit it looks rather like a hen or a goose. Please forgive us. Just this one?
Only on condition that you make her behave better in future.
It's a he. And on Tommy's behalf, I promise he'll never do it again. Well, I must go now. Lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, lovely.
I always think the country looks best this time of year. Don't you think so?
Yes, it does.
You know, you're awfully lucky living in the country in this weather. Do you live far from here?
Not far.
I'm thinking of spending my summer holidays down here. Perhaps we'll meet again.
I shall be gone by then.
Oh, then you don't live here?
No.
Oh. Well, I really must be going now. I'm awfully sorry about the picture. And it's a loveless one. Goodbye. Tommy? Tommy?
What are you doing here? Come along. Come along. Tommy. H. Somerford, 1 Phillimore Gardens, London. So you're Tommy. And he's H. Somerford. Tommy. Yes, a good dog.
I imagine the PM will call an emergency cabinet meeting almost at once. Well, the opposition are out for our blood, sir. Any sign of weakness or delay will give them just the opportunity they want. Still, they have a very great respect for you, sir, since the Egyptian debate.
I hope so. Well, look here, you better take those and wait for me in the carriage.
Very well.
I shall only be a few minutes.
Right, sir.
Look what I find in my room.
I've got to go back to London.
Must you?
I'm afraid so. I've had a message that makes it essential.
Did he bring it?
Who had it? Yes.
How horrid of him.
I don't think he's horrid at all. As a matter of fact, Harry Somerford is about the best friend I've got.
Tommy! Tommy! Ah, come on then. Come on then. Where have you been, you young scamp, eh? Where have you been? What?
Goodbye, my child. Take great care of yourself. You've grown very dear to me.
And so have you to me. Goodbye,
Is that all?
Father.
Thank you. I wanted to hear you call me that.
Lovely. This isn't, though. Came this morning. Listen to this and tell me what in mercy's name I'm to do. Dear Heaviside, I am badly stranded. That idiot Carver is ill. Unhealthy creature, allus was. I must have someone, so come to my rescue like the dear old lifeboat you are. Lifeboat. And let me have that little niece of yours. She seemed a nice child and will be better than no one. The cheek of it.
Mrs. Heaviside.
There's worse to come. Send her as soon as you get this, and I'll have her met at Clipston Station. Not if I know what she owned. Master Clive would never forgive me.
Oh, dear.
It would have to happen on the master away and all. He'd have known what to do.
Mrs. Seymour'd think it very odd if you didn't send your niece, wouldn't she?
She'd never rest till she ferreted out the truth. She's like that. Sweet as butter while things go right, but cross her, and she'll keep on the prowl till she gets you down.
Then I shall go to Clipston.
No. I can't take the responsibility. What Mr. Clive would say, I don't know.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Heaviside. If it's going to help Mr. Seymour for me to go to Clipston, then I shall go to Clipston. Now be a love and help me get my things together. One more. Tighter. Wait a minute, I'll hold on to the post. Now, pull. That's it. Oh, you've done my hair very nicely for a first time only, Hooper. Very nicely indeed. Thank you, madam. You're a very clever girl. No, you've become much prettier. Must be the country air. Did you like Orton? Very much, madam. Did you? I always find it such a bore. Nothing on earth to do. I found plenty to do, madam. Really? Such as? Well, I went for walks in the woods. Thought the garden was lovely. Swam in the lake. Learned to play chess. Chess? Don't tell me old Heaviside plays chess. I should have thought that chess was more of a masculine game. You step into this, madam. Come, confess only, Hooper. I believe you've got a secret lover. Oh, no, madam. That's nothing to be ashamed of. All pretty girls like you, or me, ought to have lovers. Is he dark or fair? Please, madam. Very well. I won't tease you anymore. I want to look my best tonight. Is it a special party, madam? Yes, only, Hooper. A very special party. Thank you. Don't wait up for me. Go to bed and dream about your chess match.
There she is. Where? Over there. Can't you see a girl dress? She's never dancing with the same man. She is. How many times is that? 4. Look how he's holding her. My, did you ever see the like? Well, touching. Come on, let's tell Miss Carver. She can do with a bit of excitement and air with a gumball. That'll maybe bust it. Come on. Let me look. Yes, Miss Carver. We buy our nightgowns at Ralston-Wee in Paris. Paris? Well, don't stand there dreaming. Now for thrills. Yes, Miss Carver. Feet. Carver, Miss Carver. Entree. Miss Carver. Miss Carver. What is it? Your lady. What about the lady? She's danced 4 times with the same man.
Is that all? What's all the excitement about?
If she did that in Pollock Shield, she'd get hissed off the floor.
Pollock Shield?
It was touching. You should have seen the chaperones craning their necks to see what we're in.
The old cats, they're jealous. They want him. We've got him. shouldn't be surprised if we're not my lady this time next year.
Oh, Miss Carver.
Don't you let on I told you so.
But how could that come about?
She could marry a lord, simpleton.
But she's married already.
There's such a thing as divorce, isn't there?
Divorce? Oh, Miss Carver.
Besides, I'm getting rather tired of being plain Mrs. Seymour. Wasn't very exciting at the best of times.
Has she had many lovers?
Oh, la, oui. Let's see, there was Sir John Woodhouse, proper tough. But we tired of him. Very fickle, you know. Then there was the gallant Captain Tennant, and, many others. We're rather partial to l'amour.
How dare you talk about Mrs. Seymour like that? A fine lady's maid you are, gossiping to the servants. As for you two, out you go, both of you.
Here, Stowey.
She'll hit you. Yes, I will. And you, perhaps that'll teach you not to talk scandal. Go on, out you go, both of you. Well, all the cheek. What do you think you are?
Oh!
Morning, madam.
Morning.
I've seen you somewhere before.
I don't think so, sir.
It's that scoundrel Hopwood's daughter.
I'm Mrs. Seymour's maid, sir. My name is Hooper.
Oh, no, it isn't.
My name is Hooper, sir.
All right. I'm not going to quarrel with a pretty girl like you. Especially if she's got something for me.
Yes. I think I have. This.
Oh, thanks. Where'd you find this?
On the floor.
Mrs. Heaviside told me you were here. Fanny, I can't deny it. I'm going to tell Alicia the truth.
No, Father, you mustn't, please.
Yes, it's fairer to both of you. Fanny, are you leaving?
Yes.
But why? Has Alicia been unkind to you?
No, Father, it's not that. Please don't ask me.
Oh, the chessmen. Really, my dear Clyde, is my bedroom quite the place? I must say I think it a little indelicate of you to plant your mistress on me as a spy.
Alicia.
I hope, Hooper, you've made the best of your story. Something really vivid and dramatic, plenty of detail.
Alicia, what are you talking about? I don't understand that.
Oh, I came in a second too soon. It was the first raptures of meeting I interrupted, not the confidential report. Please go on, Hooper.
Do you really want me to, madam?
No. I'll tell him myself. I love Jerry Manderstoke. I'm going to divorce you and marry him.
This is a joke. You can't divorce me, Alicia.
Oh? And what about only Hooper?
Alicia.
Yes?
Alicia, Fanny is my daughter.
Oh, really, Clive, you're getting quite ingenious.
She is my daughter, Alicia.
Is this true, Clive?
Yes. I came here to tell you.
Please leave us, Hooper. I'm sorry for what I said just now, Clive. I didn't understand. Listen, Clive. We don't love each other. We never have. But now, for the first time in my life, I am in love. And you, too, found someone to care for. I'm glad. It makes me feel less guilty. Let me divorce you, Clive. I can't be divorced. I'm a woman. It would ruin me. I'll keep Fanny out of it. I'll name an unknown woman. Clive.
But you forget, Alicia. I'm a public servant, not a private individual.
Oh, yes, I know. You'll have to give up all that sort of thing, but you know you much prefer living in the country. You could live at Orton with Fanny. Think how happy you'll be together. You'd still have plenty of money, and you'd be able to...
Still?
Well, of course, I'd have to have a settlement or whatever you call it.
Couldn't Manderstoke support you?
Poor boy, he hasn't a penny. Please, Clive.
I see. Now, let me get this quite clear. You want me to let myself be divorced so that you can marry Manderstoke?
Yes.
You want me to make a money settlement on you so that he can support you in what is called, I believe, the style to which you are accustomed?
Yes.
You want me to betray my colleagues and my country?
Oh.
Yes, Alicia, my country. So that you can still have your box at the opera and go to tea with the Duchess of Devonshire. No, Alicia, I will not.
Very well, then. Defend my suit. Prove Fanny is your daughter. If you can.
I can.
I don't somehow think she'll be very grateful to you by the time the case is over. I don't envy her place in the witness box. I believe, Miss Hooper, your father, oh, I beg your pardon, your foster father, was killed in a street brawl. Was not that so, Miss Hooper? And I understand that he was also the keeper of a disgraceful house, which was afterwards closed by the police. Was not that so, Miss Hooper? And I believe that you yourself were brought up in
Alicia!
Yes. I'm not sure that your country and your colleagues, to whom you show such touching loyalty, will be very grateful to you either. And I'm not sure the Queen will much relish a cabinet minister with an illegitimate daughter. Let me know what you decide.
I need not tell you why I am leaving. It will be better for both of us. Better for both of us. Better for both of us.
Mr. Clive Seymour falls on the train. Read all about it.
I arranged for the solicitors to collect this. These two will go to his bankers. Perhaps you'd hand these to Masters, Emily Thorpe, and lastly, yourself.
Why did he do it?
So you didn't believe it was an accident either?
He should have let her divorce him. He could have lived it down.
Cabinet minister? No. Well, the scandal might have brought down the government, too. Can't you imagine the headlines? The whole of his past life, anything he wanted to keep hidden?
He'd got nothing to be ashamed of. He was only thinking of others.
Then there was something. This girl, Fanny Hooper, wasn't she at Orton with him?
She was.
Wouldn't it be as well for you to tell me what she was to him?
You'd better ask her that, sir. She'll tell you if she wants to.
Well, where can I find her?
At the Jolly Bargee, River Road, Islington. It's a public house, sir.
Oh. Wait here, will you, please?
Hi, Tom. Hello, what's up? Tom.
Good evening. I wish to see Miss Hooper.
Miss Hooper? Oh, what name shall I say?
Summerford. Harry Summerford.
I'll see if Miss Hooper's at home.
Junks! There's a top outside wants to see our Fan.
What might you want with Miss Fanny?
I have a letter for her. I wish to give it to her personally.
This way.
Here, what's he after?
It's all right, Chunks.
My name is Summerford, Mr. Seymour's private secretary.
It's no use pretending we haven't met before.
Mr. Seymour left this envelope addressed to you. I thought it better to deliver it in person in case there were some technical details you don't understand.
Technical details? What is it?
Well, why don't you open it and see?
Share certificates. I'm afraid I don't understand these things.
I could arrange for them to be looked after for you. I'm also Mr. Seymour's trustee.
Thank you. Excuse me. Mr. Summerford. There's something in this letter my father wanted you to know.
Your father?
Yes, my father. Harry Summerford will send you this. When you write to acknowledge it, I want you to tell him who you are. Tell him, too, that I love and trust him, as I would my own son.
Father. I'm so very sorry. If there's anything I could ever do...
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I have had 2 weeks of perfect happiness in my life. And one of them I owe to you, my beloved child. God bless and keep you. Your father.
On the feast of Stevens, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even,
Their compensation was cut short to London. Tom came by.
Come on, Mom.
Gathering winter,
right in the middle of the gutter road. Gutter road, gutter road, right in the middle of the gutter road. Meow, meow, meow. Upon the tiles we beat each night, and don't disperse till broad daylight. Meow, here we are again, here we are again, here we are again. Meow, here we are again. Jolly, jolly legs are we.
Here, Fanny. You brought the missus along to see you. This is her, Emma. Bit of all right, ain't she?
I was wondering why the old bargee was getting all the custom these past few months.
Happy Christmas, Mrs. Joe. Happy Christmas.
What are you drinking? Oh, just a drop of stout.
Me too.
Pints.
Not all.
Right in the middle of the gutter road, the gutter road, the gutter road. Right in the middle of the gutter road. Meow, meow, meow. Soon as that two she-cats came, quickly stopped the strife. Each tomcat left off fighting and began to choose his wife. Right in the middle of the gutter
yours, Fanny.
Thank you.
And yours, ladies and gentlemen.
Your order, sir?
That you come out from behind that bar at once.
I'm sorry, sir. I have my customers to attend to.
Very well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what are your orders? Drinks are on me.
Thanks, Harry. Half a quarter and 2 hours.
Pint, Harry. Herbert, a pint for Herbert.
Thought you were having a party at home tonight.
I was, but I escaped.
George, I'll talk to you, Polly.
50, Harry.
Come on, George, give us that show. Right.
Get around here. Oh, my bottle, I love me.
Ha, ha, ha! Ha, ha, ha!
Come on, young Fanny. Come and have a dance with Daddy. You take over. I've got my glasses.
God, it's Christmas, ain't it?
Miss Hooper, may I have the honor of this dance? That is, if your program isn't full.
I think I can spare this one for you, sir. What's the matter?
Nothing. Just you. God, it's Christmas, ain't it?
No, that may miss. That's good, miss. They ain't open. Get the pen, Get the pen.
I want to see Miss Fanny Hooper.
I'm Fanny Hooper.
Really? My name's Summerford. I'm Harry Summerford's sister.
Oh, I'm sorry you found me like this. It's Polly's day out.
You should out the mind your horse, didn't you, miss? That was me, lady. It was me, she said. What do you mean?
Is there anywhere we could
It was me.
This way, please.
Won't you sit down? Thank you, I prefer to stand. I suppose you know why I've come.
Because of my friendship with Harry.
Well, call it that if you like. Miss Hooper, for some months Harry's been causing his mother and me great anxiety. We know, of course, that every young man has to sow his wild oats. But this morning he announced his intention of marrying you.
Marrying me?
I need hardly tell you that it would mean the ruin of his career, which depends so much on his social connections.
Not on his ability?
My brother is in politics, Miss Hooper, not in business. I've taken the trouble to have inquiries made about your past. I know who you are and what you are. Your sordid upbringing. Your affair with the husband of your employer.
That's not true.
Isn't it? What about that visit to Orton? Your flimsy pretense that you were the housekeeper's niece. And you dare to talk of marrying my brother.
I didn't talk of marrying him. You did that. I've no intention of marrying him and never had. I know what your sort of world would do to him. And I love him.
I really believe you do.
Thank you.
If you love him, you must go out of his life forever and never see him again.
But why? I told you I won't marry him.
That's just it. He ought to marry, to have a home and children. Someone who can share the whole of life with him, not just a corner of it. You can't give him those things. You just said so yourself. It's in your power to make it possible for him to have them.
How?
I've told him. He thinks now that you're made for each other, as he puts it. But this infatuation may not last forever. If it doesn't, what's left him? No home, no children, a ruined career, and his career means a great deal to him. Oh, he wouldn't blame you. He's not that sort. Oh, Miss Hooper, you must see that to hold on to him now isn't love. It's selfishness. I leave it to you. home, John.
I didn't think Kate would come so early. Well, what's she been saying to you? Very well. I'll tell you what she said. You're a scarlet woman, low and cunning. You won't be satisfied until you drag me down to your own abysmal level, cut me off from all my friends, and ruin my career. Yes, I can just hear her. Ruin my career. And even if it did, my darling, do you think I'd care a rap? If my career depends on giving you up, and to hell with my career. Now, in case I haven't made myself quite clear, I want to ask you a question. Fanny, will you marry me?
I can't.
Now listen, Fanny. Kate has probably told you that I'm a very obstinate man. I am, and I have no intention of leaving this room until you say yes. So, Fanny, will you marry me? Fanny, will you marry me? What did you say?
Nothing.
You said yes.
I didn't...
I don't care what you meant. You said yes. You said yes. I'll call for you this evening. At the present moment, I have to go and attend to my career. Goodbye, my darling.
Harry.
Hmm?
I do love you. You must believe that. I love you.
Of course I believe you. Goodbye.
Considered Miss Hooper's application for a post as governess. But since Miss Hooper is not able to supply satisfactory references, she regrets that she cannot see her way to engage her. So you can't blame us. And of course, we never return fees. Good day.
Good day. Yes, you'll do nice. Very nice indeed. No need to bother about references. I'm broad-minded. Yes, you and I'll get on fine. 10 bob a week, everything found, and you sleep in, of course.
I'll think it over.
Well, I serves me right being broad-minded.
There must be some friend she could have gone to. Don't you know?
There's young Lucy Beckett. Yes. She might have gone to her. She went on the stage. The Gaiety Theatre, I think.
That's right.
Gaiety.
The Gaiety.
Yes.
Good evening, my dear.
Oh, thank you. How lovely.
Now, you suggest where we go.
Let us see.
Someone's let her down.
Lucy. Fanny. Lucy, can I speak to you?
Can't talk here. My dressing room.
Good night, Lucy.
Hurry up, girls. Can't stay here all night.
Don't set up your left.
Right at the end, Fanny, then.
What happened, Lucy? Did your military masher give you the go-by? Well, come on. Tell me all about it.
Wouldn't have come here at all looking like this, but I can't get a job. You see, I've no references. And I wondered, perhaps, if you could...
It's a man, isn't it?
Yes.
This him?
Where did you get that?
He thought, being a friend, I might know where you were. He's been searching town for you.
Don't tell him you've seen me. I don't want him to know where I am.
All right. But I think you're a fool. He's the kind of man who'd take care of a girl.
Lucy, you must promise.
It's none of my business. You look half-starved.
I am hungry.
I know. We'll go to Evans's.
Oh, Lucy, I can't.
Don't worry. I'll lead you out. Here. This ought to fit you perfectly.
Oh, it's lovely. Is it yours?
Good Lord, no. It belongs to one of the girls. She won't mind.
But, Lucy, what about my hair?
There's no time for buts. Use one of those bangs. You'll find everything on the dressing table. I'll get you something to wear on top. There you are. Now, that's his name. Go to the Devonshire Club. If he's not there, ask the porter where he is and find him, and he'll tip you a sovereign.
Ooh. But what have you done?
He promised. Now, hurry.
Well, good night, Bertie.
Good night, darling. Two, please. Come on, Fanny. Excuse me. Here you are.
5 shillings just to come in. What do they charge for supper?
Oh, don't worry. We shan't have to pay.
Why are there any women here?
Ladies aren't allowed in the supper room unless accompanied by a gentleman. Oh. Don't worry. We'll be out there soon. Trust Lucy.
Let's go somewhere else.
What for? You won't come to any harm, silly. I know how to get rid of them, as soon as they've paid the bill. Something for nothing, that's my motto.
Charlie, Charlie!
Don't be a spoil sport, Fanny. Do try and look as though you're enjoying yourself. Come on, smile.
Still the same old Lucy.
And why not? Look what being a good girl's done for you. Oh, what's the matter?
I've just seen someone.
You mean that man with the smart woman? It's not the usual type for here. I wonder who she is. He looks very interesting.
He's a beast. A devil.
You rather like devilish men.
Oh, Lucy, let's get out of here.
Oh, sit down again, silly. They've got no eyes for anyone but each other. Look, he's smiling at her.
If I were to select one quality in you, my love, which makes you particularly fascinating to me, it's your unique talent for making yourself disagreeable.
I suppose you expect me to be overwhelmed with gratitude for being brought to a place like this.
You always reproach me for not taking you out. This seems the ideal place for you to display your charms. You know how you love doing that.
I don't sell my charms.
Isn't that perhaps because you're uncertain of the market? The only difference between you and these delightful ladies is that they make it their business to please.
Why don't you invite one of them to come over and join us?
That's very nice of you. Which one would you like? Scarlet satin has a certain something, I think, don't you? Or would you prefer the black with spangles?
Jerry, don't you love me at all?
No.
He's coming over here.
Lucy, don't attract his attention. Let's go.
Good evening. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
You might have at the Gaiety. I'm in the chorus, front row.
Of course. Where else would you be? My wife would be glad if you'd join us for a glass of wine.
Your wife?
And your friend. Is she in the chorus, too? Come, my dear, don't be shy. Well, I'll be damned. The little Puritan, Fanny Hopwood. My dear Alicia, surely you're not leaving us? Here's a friend of yours. Almost, one might say, a relation.
Let me go.
Not on your life. If you don't want to be made love to, why come to the pen at Evans's? For one born and bred in the rarefied atmosphere of Hopwood Shades.
Do you mind taking your hands off this lady?
Ah, Summerford. What's Miss Hopwood to you?
Miss Hooper is a friend of mine.
Hooper? I beg your pardon. Friend, eh? First Clive Seymour, and then...
Sarah, please, please!
Come on.
Lucy!
Oh, Milord! Oh, Milord, je regrette beaucoup.
Lord?
Je n'aurais pas aimé ça. Oh, I feel very sorry.
No, Harry, I've made up my mind. That's why I ran away.
You're wrong, Fanny. Wrong.
No, I'm right. Just as your sister was right. If I married you, it would ruin your career. Look what happened tonight.
What do you think's happened to my career since you went away? I haven't been able to think of anything except you. It's an awful thing to admit. I don't think I could live without you. Nothing seemed... I need you, Fanny. Please. Don't ever leave me again.
Oh, I can't argue anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so hungry.
Oh, poor darling. Chunks! Chunks! Chunks!
What the devil did you...
Fanny.
Oh. Polly, come down. Never mind about your curlers. Fanny's come home. Good Fanny, down. Come on, Harry. You're a naughty girl.
So I take it you still refuse to live at home?
I'm sorry, Mother.
No one can say I'm not broad-minded, but that an infatuation of this sort should last so long, well, it's not usual.
It isn't an infatuation.
Oh, my dear Paul.
I mean it, Mother. The longer I'm with her, the more certain I am. If it hadn't been for interference... Port cake?
You'll forgive me, Mother. It was cruel of you, Harry. What Kate did was for your own good. You'll live to thank her for it.
I doubt it.
Leaving out what you owe to your family, you used to have some idea of service to your country.
Still have, I hope.
Can you expect me to believe that? When you persist in this association with a girl of Fanny Hooper's parentage?
Oh, Mother, it's time people were judged on what they are, not on their parentage.
My dear Harry, do you suggest that we should do away with class distinctions?
They will be done away with. 100 years from now, less. There'll be no such thing. If our high-born friends don't like it, so much the worse for them.
You, with your traditions, to say a thing like that. You always were big-headed, but this is going beyond a joke. That girl has poisoned your mind. Until you come to your senses, I think it would be kinder if you didn't come to see us again.
As you wish. Mother. Mother, I'm sorry.
I shall believe that when you come and tell me that you've seen the last of this unfortunate girl.
What will they be up to next?
Here, that thing's supposed to be a birthday present for Fanny. You've been playing with it ever since you came here.
Well, have
Give
a
it
look
to
after.
Fanny. Polly. Look. My birthday present from Harry.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, lovely.
I'm not supposed to have seen it. It's supposed to be a surprise. You're happy, aren't you? Happier than I ever thought possible. Well, I think you're soft. You've got no hold on him. I know what I'm doing, Polly. Besides, I must think of him as well as myself. And handsome.
so early because it's my birthday. Isn't he wonderful?
Rude.
We're going straight back to the shop to change it. I'm not going to have our Fannykins looking at some of these pictures.
And you keeping it to yourself all this time. Give it here.
No, look at
Hello, Bonnie, my dear. What's your chunk?
What's here?
What on earth have you got there?
Never you mind.
Where? Chunks gave it to me for a birthday present. He's been having a wonderful time with it.
Well, you wait till you see my present.
I'll get it.
You've been looking.
No, I haven't even peeped.
Anyway, that's not it. There.
What's this?
Well, you always said you wanted to go to Paris.
Oh! Oh, isn't it lovely? Harry, look at the view.
It is Madame's first visit to Paris?
Oui, madame.
Elle est ravissante.
Merci, madame. I think so.
Si fraîche, si ingénue. You have the good luck.
Mm.
And she also.
Oh, madame.
Ah, je laisse.
Oh.
Si vous voulez quelque chose, kindly to ring. La sonnette est là. 1 time pour la femme de chambre and 2 time pour le waiter. Amusez-vous bien, mes enfants, madame, monsieur.
What did she say?
She told us to enjoy ourselves.
Do we need to be told? Oh, look, we've got a balcony. What a lovely wide street.
Most beautiful street in the world. It's the...
Don't tell me. I know. It's the Champs-Élysées. Did I pronounce that nicely?
Not badly.
Look, there's the Arc de Triomphe. Built by Napoleon to commemorate the Battle of... Oh, dear, I'd forgotten. But there are so many things I want to see. The Louvre, Notre Dame, the shops and the restaurants and the streets and...
Don't I come in anywhere?
Everywhere.
Grand spectacle aquatique, les nénuphars.
What's that?
Well, you see them,
Lucille.
Then it must be.
So that's a lily fire, huh? I think I'll wait out here. She may not be dressed yet.
She won't mind.
Well, but I should.
Fanny! Fancy you in Paris! Oh, fancy you! We had the surprise of our lives.
Did you like me? Was I good?
Oh, yes. Your hair was wonderful.
I got the job because of my figure.
The hair was a great help there, wasn't it?
Beast.
Now, hurry up. We're going to take you out to supper.
Oh, my dear, I can't. Not tonight. I'm expecting a gentleman friend.
We're not going to take no for an answer. Harry.
Is it safe?
I don't know about safe, but,
Good evening, Lucille.
Harry Somerford. Oh, my dears, I hope you don't think me dreadfully rude, but, well, the gentleman I'm expecting is Lord Manderstoke.
Lord Manderstoke? Lucy, how can you be friends with a man like that?
I can be friends with whom I please, can't I? Besides, I happen to be rather fond of him.
Harry, let's go.
Yes, please go quickly. He's never forgiven you for knocking him down.
I have no objection to meeting Lord Manderstoke. On the contrary.
Oh, for my sake, I couldn't bear to see him.
If you wish it.
Good evening, my love. Company, eh?
She was just going.
We've met before. Fanny Hopwood, isn't it?
Good night, Lucy. Will you let me pass, please?
I beg your pardon. Another old acquaintance.
Good evening.
You're not running away, surely. Lucy, where are your manners? Ask your friends to stay and have a drink with us.
Won't you stay?
I leave that to Fanny.
Please stay, Fanny.
Very well.
Thank you. Just fancy, this is Fanny's first visit to Paris.
All the more cause for celebration. No, not that one. This is a special occasion. You see how well I've trained my little Lucy? Glasses. And how do you like Paris, Miss, Hooper? Delightful city, isn't it? A city made for adventure. Anything could happen here. One's free from observation, free from criticism. Not like your prim, old-fashioned London, where everything you are and do is remembered against you. Not quite cool enough, I fear, but beautifully alive. In England, we might call it too sweet. But then in England, we don't like things very sweet. Wine or women. A dry, rough lot, eh, Somerford? Miss Hooper. Why so serious? Come, my dear, smile. Forget the past, the future. Live for the day, the hour, the minute. Somerford. Who would have thought after our last meeting that we should be drinking together in friendship? Take your glass, Lucy. A toast to the settlement of our little misunderstanding.
Harry!
That, my dear Somerford, in this delightful France, is the recognized provocation to a duel.
In France, perhaps.
We happen to be in France.
I don't believe in settling quarrels that way.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for a gentleman.
Shall we go?
He's ready to knock down a man who's drunk, but he's not risking his own precious skin.
Hurry, be quick. Let's get away from here.
Hey, we may be running away, but don't make it so obvious. Oh, I left my hat behind. I'll just go and get it.
Don't go back. What does it matter?
It's a very expensive hat. I'll be a minute. Is that how you do it?
Where shall my seconds call?
I have a friend in Paris, a Dr. Lowenthal. If your seconds call on him at this address, we'll make the necessary arrangements.
Thank you.
Not at all. Good night, Lucy.
Everybody,
Mm-hmm. Oh, my hat. Yes, I've got it.
you didn't accept his challenge.
Who, me? You don't know your hat it. You know, I'm as hungry as a hunter. What do you say to a nice dish of escargot?
Escargot?
Snails.
Oh, Harry, I couldn't possibly eat snails.
All right, if you're squeamish, we'll just have some frog's legs. I hear they're delicious.
By any chance I do not come back, then you did accept his challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pretend?
I didn't want to spoil our first evening together in Paris.
Oh, Harry, why did you do it?
An affair of honor.
Honor? Stupid, idiotic pride. What has honor got to do with it? I thought you despised these ridiculous, played-out conventions.
I do.
Then why?
Probably because I'm not brave enough to refuse.
What about me?
My darling, I'm thinking of you. This fellow Manderstoke seems to have some kind of evil influence on your life.
So you thought so too?
I can't just stand by and see you hurt and shamed by anyone. And see, my darling, this meeting had to come sooner or later. We can't be haunted by him all our life.
Everyone I've loved. It's wicked, monstrous. Harry, I can't let you go. I can't. He'll kill you. I saw it in his eyes.
Oh, no, he won't. He's probably just as rotten a shot as I am.
Harry!
My own darling. I must go now. Wouldn't do to keep him waiting. I shall be very hungry when I get back, so keep me some rolls.
Harry! Don't go! Don't! Harry!
Morning, Dr. Lowenthal.
Bonjour, my dear Samovar. These gentlemen have consented to act as your secretaries, if you approve. Monsieur le Vicomte de Barville, Monsieur Terry. They have already made all arrangements with the seconds of the Lord Manderstoke.
Oh, good. Attendez là-bas.
Monsieur, you have agreed to a duel en se retournant at 22 paces.
Yes.
It is my duty to suggest that there is still time to settle your difference by an apology.
Impossible. Impossible.
Then it only remains for me to remind you that honor pledges you to conform to the rules. Exactly. Your coat, sir?
Oh.
On my command, marchez, you will start to move. And on my command, tirer, you turn and fire. Are you ready? Take your places. Marchez!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Tirez!
You are all right, eh?
Hmm? Yes, I must get back quickly.
I will go and get your things.
Comment va-t-il?
Je crains qu'il soit gravement blessé. Et l'autre?
Je crois qu'il est mort.
The patient has lost a lot of blood. He is still very weak.
It's even worse than I thought. Of course, I realized from Miss Hooper's telegram that my brother was dangerously ill, but this sordid... Can I see him at once?
Please wait here.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning.
You were Mr. Harry's sister, I suppose? I'm Joe Box of the Jolly Bargee. An old friend of Harry's and friends.
Really? Docteur, la sœur du malade est arrivée.
Bien. Mademoiselle.
Don't leave me.
Only for a moment, darling.
Miss Summerford, I'm so thankful you've come. Dr. Loventhal? I'm Mr. Summerford's sister. I've come from England to look after him.
In a few days, madam.
In a few days? Surely you don't expect me to leave him to strangers?
It is hard on you, madam, I know. But at the present moment, any least excitement...
I understand Mrs. Hooper is allowed in the room.
I rely on her to give him the incentive to live.
Don't you realize that she and she alone is responsible for what happened?
That is not my affair, madam.
It is mine. I insist on seeing my brother. Furthermore, I will not have that woman in the room. From now on, I shall take her place.
You do not seem quite to understand, madam. The day before yesterday, I removed a bullet from his lung. Any strain, any anxiety may cause a fatal hemorrhage. I do not hold myself responsible.
Of course, if you would prefer to hand the case over to someone else.
No, Dr. Lowenthal, please, stay with him.
But if Miss Summerford wishes to have other advice...
Only because of me. But I'll go away. Anything. Please stay with him.
Of course, I'd rather you stayed, Doctor. But only on the conditions I've named. It's Kate, dearest. I've come to look after you. Darling, try to sleep. It'll be all right when you wake up. Fanny.
I was good. I was good.
Fanny.
Dare you, after your promise?
Miss Summerford, please. He needs me. Don't you see? He needs me.
Needs you? Miss Hooper, when I first met you, I appealed to you to let Harry go. I even believed that in your own way you loved him. You refused to listen to me. Everything I foresaw has come true. And now this... And you say he needs you.
But he does. He needs a woman who believes in him, who can give him affection, tenderness, understanding.
And death?
No, I can give him life. You heard what Dr. Lowenthal said. I can help Harry to live.
A woman like you.
Not a woman like me. Me. Miss Summerford, even if I were everything you thought, does it matter? Does anything matter now except that I can help Harry to live?
I'd rather he died than go back to the kind of life he was living with you. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just seeing you for the first time. Seeing through you. You're jealous of me because no man will ever need you as Harry needs me. Till now, I've refused to marry him because of you and what you stood for. But you don't stand for anything at all. You don't want Harry to have a wife and a home and children, except on your terms. His happiness doesn't count. You don't even care if he dies, so long as he dies on your terms. But he isn't going to die. He's going to live. He's going to have a wife and home and children. Yes, I can give him life. It's you who can only give him death. And you know it.
Go to him, mon enfant. Only you can help him now.
Harry, it's Fanny. I'm with you. I'm never going to leave you again. You're going to get well. You're going to live. Harry, do you hear? You're going to live. Harry, we're going to be married. We're going to be married. We're going to have a home and children. You're going to get well. You're going to live.